welcome to the Week 5 Bud Baller review. Tom lost to Chris. Fucking boof! Came down to the last game, separated by just a few turnovers. Percentages were really close. Chris gets his first dub of the year. Good job, Christopher. And in that losing streak we were on, who knows what could happen next? Actually, I do. You're going to have a tough road, but still, good win. I took it from Sawyer. Just barely. A LaMelo Ball garbage time triple-double. Sealed it. Tim put the hurt on Nick. Like I said, Chris beat Tom. John didn't have much trouble with Drew. And Jackson didn't set up his lineup versus Alec, which I don't know why, because he has a very good team. So Alec won that round. Jumping in, I believe, let's see, Sawyer and I account for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the highest totals, category totals in each league, and we're tied for double-doubles and triple-doubles as well. Our teams had a hell of a fight, but your boy came out on top. Thankfully, LaMelo Ball got a garbage time triple-double on Friday. Is it Friday or Saturday night, I believe, to secure me that win, because we were pretty far apart as far as the other categories went. Sawyer was leading field goal the entire week. I was leading free throw. I won threes by 60. Had almost 200 more points. Sawyer had almost 40 more rebounds. I had 50 more assists. I was leading steals all week. Sawyer was leading blocks, and Sawyer was leading turnovers. Double-doubles were really close, so it looked like we were heading for a tie. And then LaMelo came through for me big time. MVP this week. 9 threes, 58 points, 27 rebounds, 33 assists, 3 double-doubles, and a triple-double. He did not shoot the ball very well all week, but it don't fucking matter. Your boy, sitting in first place, would have been 9-0, wouldn't have lost to any of you fools. Riding a 4-game win streak, tied for first with a record of 4-1-0. Meanwhile, Sawdog, who was winning earlier in the week, slides down to be tied for fourth. Sawyer would have been 4-3-2 this week. He would have lost to myself and Chris. Chris also would have beaten Sawyer. And would have tied John, Jackson, and Alec. Sawyer on a 2-game slide, record of 3-2-0. Just another bad luck week for Sawdog, but it happens to the best of us, and we all know he's going to be in the playoffs. There's no denying it. On to Nick and Tim. Tim was leading this thing the whole week. Nick's team does always have good percentages, and I feel like almost every single week he has the fewest turnovers in the league. But he had the highest free throw, fewest turnover portion. But Tim won by over 23s, over 100 points, 80 rebound difference, 30 assist difference. Steals and blocks were both very close. Separated by 6 in steals, only 2 in blocks, but Tim had almost double the turnovers that Nick did. Nick had no double-doubles this week. I can't remember the last time that has happened where a team has not had a double-double. I'm sure it's happened more recently than I can remember, but I can't remember it happening. Tim also had 9 double-doubles, winning 8-2. Tim would have been 5-4 this week, only would have lost to myself, Sawyer, John, and Alec. Tim riding a 1-game win streak, tied for first place, but currently sitting in third with a record of 4-1-0. Meanwhile, Nick slides down to 6th place. Would have been 0-9 this week. Even Steph couldn't help out Nick and secure this W. But Nick's on a 1-game losing streak, record of 2-3-0, tied with Sawyer for, tied with Tom for 6th place. MVP of their matchup is going to be Tatum. We'll get to his stats in just a little bit. On to Tom and Chris. Tom was leading this matchup the whole fucking week, and then Sunday night miracles started to happen for Christopher. He gets the late triple-double from Motorcade on a game that the Pistons, frankly, should not have lost. They were up by like almost 17 or 18 points. Then that kerfluffle with Isaiah Stewart and LeBron happens. They both get tossed. Lakers lead a comeback and get it, but Cade getting that triple-double sealed it. Tom had someone going late because these guys, there's only 3 turnover difference here, so something could have happened there. Only separated by 2 steals. other than that, only separated by 0.005 of a percentage point. So, I mean, this one easily could have gone another way, but Chris sneaks out with the W. We'll get to Cade Cunningham's stats a little later, but needed that triple-double from Cade to make it happen. Chris getting his first win of the year. Would have been 5-4 this week. Only would have lost to myself, Tim, John, and Alec. 1-game win streak record of 1-4-0. Tied for 8th place with Drew and Jackson, but a positive note for Chris. Meanwhile, Tom would have been 2-6-1. Only would have beaten Nick and Drew this week and would have tied Jackson. A 2-game slide for Tom. Record of 2-3. Tied with Nick for 6th place, but sitting in 7th. On to Drew and John. Drew, I didn't see you hitting the waiver wire as much this week. If you would have done that, could have put up a little bit better of a fight, but I still think John would probably come out on top here. Drew, it was very narrow in the field goal percentage, but Drew won that. John took free throw, so split the percentages, but John had over 30 more threes, 260 more points, 70 or 80 more rebounds, 60 more assists, only 1 more steal, and 2 fewer blocks than Drew, but 30 more turnovers and a big double-double difference there. John's going to come out on top there. MVP for John's going to be Big Cat. 581 from the field, hit 10 threes, 103 points, 36 rebounds, and 2 double-doubles for Big Guy. John in 4th place, tied with Sawyer. Record of 7-1-1. Only would have lost to myself and would have tied Sawyer. 2-game win streak for John. Meanwhile, Drew only would have been 1-8. His only W would have come versus Nick. 1-game losing streak, record of 1-4-1, tied for 8th, but sitting in 9th. Finally, on to Jackson and Alec. Guys, there is a button. I think it's only available if you log in on a desktop or a laptop. But there is a button if you log in on there, and it says, set my active lineup, and it will do it for you. It won't take... If someone's still shown as injured, but it has a game available, it will put them in. But at least the lineups are being set. I really don't want to have to go in and do this every day. Please set your lineups. If you did it manually yourself, you'd still be involved. Jackson, you got a good fucking team, man. You had the most assists in the league this week. You got 2 of the highest scorers in the league, and Beal and Paul George. Things are looking good. We just got to pay a little more attention. You have high free throw. Could have got more rebounds if like I said, the lineup was being set, but you gotta do a little something. If you give a little, you can get a lot. If anybody has any questions about that set my lineup button, let me know. Also, quick interlude. Just to reiterate this again, there are 2 IL spots. So you have a standard IL where you can only put someone who's got the injury tag in that spot. And there's IL Plus, which is new to basketball this year, but something that's been happening in other fantasy leagues. That means if someone has a designation of out or game time decision or COVID or injury tag, they can all go in that spot. It's a specialty spot for not injured, full-on injured players. So you can use that to your advantage if you want. Kind of take a peek around the league and see how everybody's doing these ad drop things. I'm not going to do your homework for you, but it's very easy to figure out and very easy to manipulate if you do it. MVP for Alec had the most points in the league this week, 901. His team is putting up crazy points. Jimmy Butler, D'Angelo Russell, Harden, Cole Anthony didn't play much this week, but still, he's got a ton of point scorers, and I feel like he's always at the top of the league in points every week. Jackson had the most assists, but Alec pretty much handled everything else. So Alec wins this one 6-4. Jimmy Butler, the MVP, 92 points, 18 rebounds, 19 assists, 1 double-double, 1 triple-double. Alex sitting in 2nd place, tied for 1st, would have been 6-2-1. Only would have lost to myself and John and would have tied Sawyer. Al on a 4-game win streak, record of 4-1-0. Meanwhile, Jackson slides all the way to the bottom. Change your name to gunning for last place. You don't have to. You could gun for the playoffs if you wanted to. You've gotten there before. Would have been 2-5-2, would have beaten Nick and Drew, would have tied Tom and Sawyer. 4-game losing streak for Jackson at the bottom, like I said. But it's early in this young season. We're only a 4th of the way through, so there's plenty of time if you want to make a push. On to Player of the Week. Yahoo's #1 ranked Player of the Week, Cade Cunningham. Your boy Chris has got to be ecstatic about this. 10 threes hit, 73 points, 34 rebounds, 30 assists, 9 steals, and a triple-double to seal the dub for Christopher. Yahoo's best average player of the last 7 days was Jimmy Butler, 571 average, 30.7 points, 6.0 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and 2.0 steals. But I'm going to have to give my favorite player of the week to St. Louis's own Jason Tatum. Shouts out Emos, 17 threes made, 127 points, 36 rebounds, and a double-double. He's looking strong as a first-round pick for Timothy. Kind of a mixed bag in the matchups this week, but we have Tim and Tom easily at the top. That's going to be the preview match there. Then you got Nick and Sawyer, two playoff hopeful teams. And Chris versus Alec. Maybe Chris can build on this momentum, but Alec's a really tough opponent. It's me versus Drewski. Drew, I'm coming for you. I'm not letting up. You better hit that waiver wire, boy. And then John and Jackson. We'll see what happens, guys. Good week. Let's make the next one even better.